out someday. I dream major, my heart rager. Wherever you're going, I'm going. Fuck, I lost it. Oh no, I lost it. Okay, let's say we're on the highway, right? Then the beat is like, panicking, right? Maybe it's just for the thoughts, maybe I kept it light, but I think I brought my stuff. I have a notebook at least. 45, oh my god. Okay, so what we're trying to do is go to this hood. It's past this sheriff line. It's got beta brain energy. Okay, so it's past the sheriff line, and the people have claimed a piece of Melrose, a piece of the lake to be Melrose. Is it ethical to develop around a resource that is free? Why else is it a free park with a boat ramp, but nobody else enjoys it? Unless it's being policed secretly. See, this is what I need. I need all the air in the room. See, the people are coming to Melrose, and they're coming here seeking the small town pleasures of just living. They just want to live. That's a cool one, like a reflection. I'll keep it like this, if I can. The road ahead is not exactly what we need. It's cool and everything, and that's alright. That shows the rhythm a little bit, but not exact as much as like the poles do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just hit a park now. This is a lot like Boulware Springs, in that it's like a nested community around a park. We could look there. I wouldn't mind. It's kind of like a spring, right? Boulware Spring. It's related. It's Gainesville history. History is the connective tissue to connecting spaces. Either the history is... See, that's the thing. People think history is just battles, but it's not. History is defined as what has happened before. Therefore, the space is defined by the context. Every time. Whether the context is like, I'm starting a business and I want to get into baking and I use my hands for this stuff because that's how I learned. And so you just make a space on the table, but don't call it a table, right? You just call it a space. And then you just keep thinking the idea in your head until you're like, okay, I could work on this. Like, it seems sturdy. It's a table. Not calling it a table with 4 legs, etc., etc. I mean, come on. So, come on. There is a beauty to the trail. The beauty of the trail is not unlike the beauty of the kayak trip. The Florida Trail, however, runs straight while the kayak trip meanders. The extreme example of a derive. This method of travel was used by the native, indigenous population, as well as documented colonists alike. It was a shared knowledge that bound them to the town. Across the town's grid, the completely unrelated grid to this natural spring system. a segment of Florida filled with lakes, over 100 in this county alone. But Melrose is actually a part of Ford County, so I can't say just that one. It's also on the St. John's border. It's on the Bradford border. It's at your news at 7. Now, there are other ways to get around. Jet ski, motorcycle, boat, car, boat, car. So, within this open space of meandering is indeed a trail. Because those trails, let's face it, they cross traffic. But so do the kayaks. And when we look at homes, you never see homes. You see walls around these spaces. However, people can be the walls. They are a connective interface to the culture as it is. A one-to-one live feed of what's going on in the real world today in this small neighborhood called Melrose. Instead of a camera connected to a man who's paid by the hour by the owner of the land, why not no cameras except on each individual's land and each individual shared access with each other, forming a bond and mutual respect for the naturality of the historical realm that they both reside in, that their relationship resides in. History is the space where relationships reside, okay? So you need to understand that you have a history, you have to acknowledge it to repair it. Well, there you go. That's its whole other thing. Do you have to acknowledge it to repair it? You have to acknowledge it. That's where we're at. We're kind of like not, architecture doesn't really repair shit. Like, that's what social service does. I got to hope I can hear myself in this.